not since Wayne Gretzky has the area behind the net been so dangerous. With more on that, Lawless in Order with Gary and Dave.
All right, Darren, yeah, thanks very much. So I don't know if Trevor Zegras has started a trend here, Gary, or what. I mean, other players have tried it. He pulled it off in the NHL recently, of course, he and Sonny Milano. And then we saw it again last night in the Western League game of the Portland Winterhawks.
Yeah, this is it's a play that is it going to start to catch on in the National Hockey League? I don't think so. You see it here, it's in the Western League. You knew that the young kids were going to be trying it as soon as they saw it in the NHL. Here's the thing for me. It's low percentage. First of all, you got to stop to flip it up, and then you got to bat it in. Passing the puck along the ice or throwing it out into the front of the net would be the more high percentage play. The other thing, I talked to a Western Hockey League coach earlier today, and he said to me, that I'm against my team, there's going to be trouble. So there's some old school coaches that do not like it, but hey, there's a time when there was no slap shots. Bernie Geoffrion came along with that. Jacques Plante wore a mask. Yeah. Toe Blake wasn't happy about that. Is it going to be a big part of the game? I don't believe so. Too low percentage, but the kids are trying it, so we'll see.
Cross Hanas made the pass. James Stefan batted it in. Yeah. So, we'll see if this trend continues.
And again, Torch, we love you on this show because you're always making news, and so that's very important in this business. But you want to kind of clarify something about the Trevor Zegras goal in the night you were asked about it. What's your message to Trevor and to the rest of the NHL?
Yeah, I live under a rock. I didn't realize all this was going on after the show. I mean, Ray, myself, and Ricky had a really good conversation regarding my comments. But then a coach in the league sent me an article yesterday, and I read the article. And I saw what this kid was going through as far as the questions that were being asked of him. Mm-hmm. And my heart dropped because that is the furthest thing from my mind was criticizing this kid. Mm-hmm. That was a tremendously skilled play by a tremendously skilled player, both him and Sonny. My thoughts were, is it a hockey play? And we can debate that all the way through here. Agree, disagree. I'm not saying which right is wrong, but what bothers me is the media. Yeah, the media. I do think they have taken it to another level where they put this kid in a tough spot. And this is what I feel terrible about, is that my comments have been taken out of context and almost is trying to pit me and Trevor against one another. That is the furthest thing I want it to happen. I do not want to interrupt anybody's play, any team's play, through comments. If media has disdain for me, so be it. What you feel about me is really none of my business, but it is my business when you turn my words to a kid, a 20-year-old kid, and put him in that type of spot. And I feel terrible about that. And I've reached out to both him and his coach. I've had conversations, and I don't feel great about that. And I hope he does it again, quite honestly. You don't have to agree with it. And I stick with my thoughts as far as what I think it is, but I wish him nothing but the best.
There's no doubt a lot of the media is whiny and negative. They do have disdain for you. That's probably true.
It doesn't bother you, Torch? But I thought it always got to you in the media.
But I don't think they took it like you were bashing the kid at all. You were talking about the play. I don't think it's. And I think he's fine. I don't think he was bothered by any of it. He's that kind of kid.
One thing I'll tell that kid, he texted me at 2 o'clock last night. Don't text me at 2 o'clock in the morning. He's California time. Him and I were kind of, and
very cool.
He seems, and you've talked to, he seems like a terrific kid, tremendously skilled.
Yeah.
I do. I hope he does it again.
Good. All right.
And I wish him nothing but the best.
He's got great kids, great parents. His dad still plays beer league hockey in New York.
And when you see something that you've never seen before, it's just eye-popping. Yeah. To go there, I can't fathom it because we weren't even trying that stuff in practice way back when. Yeah. None of that. And all of a sudden, these kids are doing all kinds of phenomenal stuff. Michigan goals. Now we see the pass. What's going to top it? How do you? What's going to top?
I don't know.
What can top that next?
I don't know.
But I think something will one day, because I think what we're seeing is that hockey players are becoming more and more and more creative and maybe have more confidence to actually try those things in games, just because of the way we are now. Everybody wants to go viral on Twitter and make the highlight reel, and And these guys, I mean, you see by the reaction how much fun that is for them to be able to pull that off.
And you see how much excitement it is for the Sabres. I mean, they are literally just like, what happened?
Zegras' reaction in the corner was the best.
Oh, yeah.
The hands on the head.
Yeah, his reaction was amazing. And I can tell you this, and Billy, you know this from doing work in youth programs down in South Florida with kids learning to play, and I was fortunate enough to be involved with coaching youth hockey over the last 3 or 4 or 5 years and being around rinks. You watch enough of these young kids, that's what they do. They get on the ice and they practice this stuff and they work on it in between, the coaches like myself. Get the drills, get into the system. It's great, open the door, throw the pucks out there, let the kids be creative with that clean sheet of ice.
Once you see it.
Work on different things, and once you see, exactly, now they'll be working on that. And that's why you're seeing more of those Michigan-style goals, is because people tried it more often, then people had success with it. I see it. I've seen high school kids do it. One of the kids on my son's high school team did it last year and scored a goal in a game, Matt Leonard. So, it's funny that at all levels, people are always watching, and we're going to continue to see more creative moves by these young players coming into the game. It's great.
It's great for the game. It's so fun to watch. Because really, like, sports are an entertainment product, right? So when you have stuff like that, that's what sucks people in. That maybe there are people out there who maybe don't watch hockey that are seeing that goal today and going, "Whoa, that's really cool."
Who's that guy?
To put it in a team context too, Anaheim's having some fun.
Yeah,
they're starting to win some games. Yep. Some of these young kids, but that goes a long way in your dressing room. Even seeing some fun like that, and Dallas Eakins, everyone in practice today with Anaheim. Let's see who can do this on the team.
Yeah.
They probably lined up everyone behind the net and see who can do it. You got the big defenseman back there, the 6'4". Okay, no chance. That's our drill today.
But you got to defend. I'll tell you what, the Sabres were shocked by it. They didn't expect it. Teams are going to have to defend that. When he's back there now, they're going to have to be aware that that's a possibility.
That's something that could actually happen in a real game at the highest level. It's wild.
Sabres have no luck. I mean, if it's going to have a bad thing that happens, it happens to them. I mean, it's really
They were literally
amazing.
Frozen in time.
Literally. Yeah.
All right. Let's get to our next topic.
Okay.
Because you know what really bothers me? Every single time I tweet something about face-offs, I get flack for it.
Why?
Really?
So many people will respond and be like, face-offs don't matter.
Really?
That's like a real thing
So
that
nobody
people
wants,
actually
nobody
believe
wants the puck.
doesn't lead to goals. Well, I'm here to tell you something. Sometimes they do, and they are important. Face-offs matter. We're talking face-offs, man.
Watch how many goals are from face-offs in one night of action.
And look at that movement right there. These are set plays, right?
Yes.
You free yourself up. That was a great example there. Here's right off the draw at center ice. Look at Matthews.
Get that opening puck possession, Matthews. But it is about puck possession. You win those faceoffs, get puck possession. And I was up counting because I was doing the late show, NHL tonight, and I was counting, and I was up to 10. 10 direct, like in the offensive zone, just win it back. And it's the one aspect of the game, you said set plays, that you'll work on in practice and that you'll diagram. And you'll have, it's like a huddle in football. Where you kind of predetermine what's going to happen on the ice off a face-off win. So you work at it at practice. And as a hockey player, when it actually works in the game, no better feeling for a player as a coach. Hey, we just diagrammed that up and it executed it perfectly. But that's face-offs are important for puck possession and something that, especially the power play.
Yeah.
You win on the power play, get immediately set up. That helps your power play.
No question about it. I don't know if they can run the goal that Nashville scored again. If they can, we'll run it in, but I'll just talk a little bit about it. I mean, you have the guy on the boards. I mean, it's just a circle play. The guy inside goes down underneath. It gets an over-under. The guy on the offside boards is usually an offside shot, which means the left shot on the right side will come underneath. It was really very good execution by John Hines' group there. And then the player that was coming through, he ends up being the guy to deflect the puck into the net. So I just thought it was a really nice job by the Predators. And all these teams, the Bruins, I think, are the team that
I was just going to say, they're known for it.
They do it the most because they have Bergeron, who wins all kinds of faceoffs. And, Duchesne wins a lot of faceoffs. Even though he's playing the wing, he takes a lot of draws now. And you can see here, teams that win draws, it's nice to have the puck.
Here's the one last quick point on faceoffs. I was in double overtime in Montreal against Carolina in the playoffs.
Oh, no.
I got sent over the boards for a faceoff. and I lost it cleanly. Nicholas Wallin scored the goal. We ended up losing this series, and I still get chirped about it by Montreal fans.
Wow.
Really?
Day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, I still get it on Twitter all the time.
And you didn't always take a lot of face-offs, right?
I didn't take it. So my Montreal transition. So Mike Keenan in Florida one day came up to me and said, "Can you play center?" I said, "Well, whatever." But I've never played center. I've never played center in my life. I played 10 games of center, and Montreal picked me up at the deadline for the playoffs as a centerman. Wow. So all of a sudden, I've never taken draws in my life. All of a sudden, I'm out there in double overtime taking face-offs and lost it. But face-offs are important, and they hurt.
But so keep that in mind, Habs fans. But even if people weren't reminding you of it all the time, you would probably still remember it really well, right? Because it's like one of those moments where you're just like, oh.
Yes, you remember. Absolutely, I remember the whole sequence. Yes,
the whole sequence. Yes. What happened?
Back to Nicholas Wallin, lost it clean, and then quick wrist shot. Jose Theodore won the Hart Trophy. They went down and right over his shoulder. The game's over just like that.
Wow. It's you say it like it just happened yesterday. It's still fresh. The wound's still fresh.
Yeah.
But the point is, face-offs matter. Okay.